Hello and welcome to the Excel training videos. In this video, we will discuss another useful feature of Excel. It's data validation. Data validation is used when you want to ensure that the data entered by the users are matching a certain criteria. For example, if we have a cell that represents employee age, the value should be a positive value. Furthermore, we want the age to be above 18, which is the minimum working age. How to do that? We click on the data tab here and click on data validation, and then we select a whole number and we select greater than or equal to, and we'll put 18 in the minimum field. If we try to enter any value that is less than 18, it will give us an error that this value cannot be entered in this cell. If we give 18, it will accept. If we give anything above 18, it will be accepted. Since we selected a whole number in the criteria, if we put 18.5, it will not be accepted. Any fraction with the number will not be allowed. If we wanted to make it in a better way, we go back to the data validation and we select between a range. Let's put the upper range. The maximum field is 65. So basically we'll have a range from 18. 17 will not be accepted, and 65 will be accepted. 64 will be accepted. Any value between 18 and 65 will be accepted. Any value above that will not be accepted. The other options that we have in the allow drop down list are allow. Here we can allow any value, we can allow whole number, we can allow decimal number, we can allow a list, we can allow date, time, text length, and custom. You select decimal when you want to allow fractions in the number rather than a whole number. Let's try this now. If it's decimal, then here we can select 18.5 will be accepted, 21.2, any decimal number with a fraction between 18 and 65 will be accepted, will be allowed. Go back to data validation. A list is very good feature that will allow us to select data from a specific list. Let me give you an example here. Let's get out of here. Let's create a list here, small list. Let's copy it, the names. If we come here and select list, and then here if you click on this icon, it will allow us to select the list that we want, and then we click OK. Then we will have a drop down list with the names. Basically we can only select the names from this list. If we try to type any other name, it will not be allowed. If we try to type any number, it will not be allowed. Anything from this list is allowed. We can do this in another way. Let's give this, we select this list give it a name, names, and then if we come back here in the data validation, instead of using the reference, we will use the names. It will give us the same thing. If we go back to the data validation window, the date will allow, and time will allow you to limit the input to a date or time format for the cell. The text length will allow you to limit the text, the length of the text that you enter in the cell, let's say between 3 and 6. So if we try here, if we type anything less than 3 letters, will not be accepted. If we type anything between 3 and 6, will be accepted. If we type anything more than 6, it will not be accepted. Okay, let's go back here. We can make an input message for the cell to be displayed when the cell is selected. Let's make here an example. You can give a title to the message, employees, then select the employee name from the list, and okay. So anytime we select this cell, it will give us this message, which is employees, select the employee name from the list. Also, we can customize the error alert that we will have when we enter a value that is not from the allowed list or allowed range. We can have a style for the error that we get, usually a stop, a warning, or information. Then we can give it a title, for example, invalid entry, error message, select a name from the list only. So let's try it here. If we type a name, invalid entry here, select a name from the list only. Retry, cancel, and we have the input message. The input message, the error alert, and the settings. That's all that I have time for the data validation in this session. There are further features that you can explore with the custom functions that will help you have some more features as well. Thank you for listening, and hopefully this video will be useful for you. If you have any question, remember to email me at ahmed.altaie@gmail.com. Thank you for your time, and have a good day.